Hi guys, we're black and we're Scottish, and yes, we do exist.
Yes, troops, we're black and we're Scottish, and aye, we do exist. We've got an African restaurant down in Scotland, Glasgow. Come down, don't be shy. Try some goosey soup and fufu.
Hi lovelies and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome to Building the Verse. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive in today's video.
Right, Chips. So I heard that the Americans are looking for black Scottish people. And my good sis Div, I know you found her. She's like the original black Scottish. But I'm here too. Hey, I'm with Neve. You know, epitome of Scotland right here.
So this is why I love Americans, because why are you guys acting like we're wild animals that you have just discovered? I seen a comment that was like, what do you guys eat? Like, do you guys even have like hair shops? Like guys! All jokes aside, the Americans have actually made me feel so accepted. Like, all my life I've been made to feel so insecure about my accent, the fact I was raised here, this, that and the next thing. But like, I feel so seen. Like I feel proud to be a bit different, do you know what I mean? I keep seeing hi cousin in my comment section. I love that. We're all cousins, do you know what I mean? But yeah, this is the first and only time I'll ever claim Scotland.
I'm black and Scottish, so is it corny for me to jump on this bandwagon because everybody else who's black and Scottish is posting? I don't know. Anyway, it's very beautiful and sunny in Glasgow for once, but I don't know, what are we talking about? What do the Americans want to know about being black and Scottish in Scotland, Glasgow specifically? I can answer. I can give you your answers.
I am Scottish. I am not Sassenach. I am not Irish. I am not Welsh. 43 years born and raised in Scotland.
That's right, lads. You heard it here first. We're black and we're Scottish. We exist. It's crazy, really, thinking that black Scots just aren't a thing. We're not fairy tales or nothing. We exist. So, welcome to Black Scottish TikTok, and I've got one question for you. What's heavier, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers? That's right, it's a kilogram of steel, because steel is heavier than feathers. Anyways, I hope you have a great Sunday and a great July. We're in August. Bloody hell, I hope you have a great August then. Good night.
So I woke up today and realised that an old video of mine has like resurfaced and like has started getting new engagement, and I kind of just thought like, oh, like TikTok does do that sometimes, like old videos will sort of just be pushed out randomly. The video in question is me talking about my experience of being one of like 3 black children in an Scottish high school. That was actually hell. All jokes aside, anyways. But I've realised it's resurfaced because people are only now finding out that black Scottish people exist because this black, like, Glaswegian guy went viral recently, and, like, people are going crazy. What do you mean? What do you mean we've been here? Scotland to the rest of the world is quite, like, small. I don't want to say irrelevant before y'all come for me. Not to other people, there's not much going on here. Are they wrong? No. But the fact that there's black people here as well, I'm not surprised. I'm actually not surprised that people still don't know. But anyways, we exist. We exist.
Yes, I am black. Yes, I am Scottish. I'm black and I'm Scottish and I'm fucking proud, mate. You know what? I want to tag a few cunts, mate. Best Chris, David, my wee bro, and Manny Daphne, mate. Respond tonight.
I can't believe this, man. I'm making a video trying to prove that I'm black and Scottish. Anyway, big up Ash Entertainer, my best mate, Bloods. You get me? But anyway, fucking aye, I'm black and Scottish. Let me show you my dug, right, to prove to you. Fucking Jeff, get here. Anyway, look at me. Look what I'm wearing, man. Come on, you can tell. I'm fucking Scottish. Look at my dug. But anyway, it's Saturday night. I'm fucking about to hit the fucking strip. Stacey, get my bucket ready. Let's go.
The entertainment on that last post in the last 24 hours has been crazy. But welcome to Black Scottish TikTok. I'ma slow down so that y'all can understand me. My new transatlantic followers are having a hard time following along, at least that's what they're saying in the comments. So, let me answer some frequently asked questions. Number 1, yes, I am black. Yes, I am Scottish. I am not Sassenach. I am not Irish. I am not Welsh. 43 years born and raised in Scotland. 100% Scotch beef right here. Anyway, I'm not sure how this got to America, me complaining about the weather. But welcome. Black Scottish TikTok isn't just me either. There's a number of Black Scottish creators, so I'm going to tag some. You can blow up their comment section as well, because the love from the US has been crazy. I'm going to accept Black Jamie. I've never actually seen Outlander. Don't cancel me for that. But if Book Talk decide I'm Black Jamie, the film rights, the book deals, I'll take them all. One thing I will ask, if you're looking for audiobooks, I'll read any story for the right price. Drop your price in the comments. I'll read the Gruffalo and you can record that and use that as a bedtime story. But I hope everyone has a great day. At the end of the video, I said catchies, not catchies. It's catchy, as in catch you later. That's a welcoming and a goodbye greeting in Glasgow. So, as we say in Glasgow, catchies.
So, I just opened TikTok and I look on my FYP. Apparently, Americans just found out that Black Scottish people existed. First of all, I didn't think Americans knew that Scottish people existed in general. From what I've heard, they just think all the people from the UK are one country. Yes, I am Scottish and I am black. The first introduction to Scottish people who were black for everyone might have been Ella from Love Island. Yes, we Scottish black people are just like regular people. We wake up, eat, drink. You know, a lot of Scottish people exist that are black. Just give us some time. Honestly, you'll get used to us in a jiffy, like really quick. I'm in Edinburgh right now, but I usually stay in Glasgow. I find it kind of funny that TikTok always finds a way to latch on to something randomly on a random day. We had finding out that ginger people were actually black people as well. And now it's like our turn. Scottish black people actually exist. There's always some kind of like new revelation when it comes to TikTok. It's really fascinating and I'm glad that I can finally be a part of it. Anyways, I'm on my way to work now, so I'll catch you guys later.
So here we are again. TikTok has managed to set off another cultural earthquake, and this time it's not about dance trends, not about AI filters, not even about relationship skits. It's about existence. The simple, undeniable fact that there are black people in Scotland and apparently for a huge portion of Americans scrolling their For You page, this is brand new information. That shock alone has propelled a wave of videos, duet stitches, and comment section wars into the trending stereotype. Now let's start with the voice of one Glaswegian man who decided to slow down his accent just so Americans could understand him. His efforts, Trey, born and raised in Scotland, 100% Scotch beef, in his own words and his own crimes was complaining about the weather. Suddenly, his clip is stitched across the Atlantic and Americans are rushing in like they have discovered a lost civilization. He jokes about being compared to black German from Outlander, say he's open to book deals, offers to read bedtime stories if you will pay the right price, and ends with his Gaslone farewell catchy, which of course Americans misheard as catchies. His hormone, his authenticity, his pride in simply existing as a black Scot is what made the algorithm latch onto him. But this isn't just about one man. Multiple creators have started speaking up. A woman's own video resurfaced where she talked about being one of just 3 black kids in her Scottish high school, an experience she describes as hell. Another young Scot wakes up, scrolls TikTok and is stunned that Americans are only now realizing black Scots exist. He laughs at the irony. Americans barely distinguish between Scotland, Wales and Ireland, and now they are shocked that there is a black Glaswegian on their screen. Another mentions that perhaps Ella from Love Island was first Americans encountered as a black Scot on television. Encountered as a black Scot on television, and across these voices you notice the same trend, a mix of amusement, frustration, and a willingness to educate. So what is really happening here? Why is this trend so magnetic? Why are Americans in particular so blown away? Let's break it down into 3 major forces: diaspora imagination, national invisibility, and the politics of identity. First, diaspora imagination. The black diaspora has been global for centuries. The transatlantic slave trade, colonial migration, post-war labor recruitment, all of these scattered African people across the globe. But the imagination of many black Americans has often been limited to Africa, the Caribbean, and the American itself. Scotland rarely enters the picture. Americans grow up with Nollywood, where Scotland is portrayed through Braveheart, kids, and bagpipes. They don't imagine that a Nigerian immigrant is in the 1980s or 90s could raise a family in Glasgow. They don't imagine that Jamaica workers could settle in Idobia. So when they say it, it feels like discovering a hidden chapter of black history. Second, national invisibility. Scotland itself is not usually on the global radar. Outside of whiskey, globe, and certain tourist images, it's a small nation overshadowed by England. Many Americans don't even fully understand the United Kingdom structure. They collapsed Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and England into one vacuum Britain. That ignorance makes the discovery of black Scots even more striking. It's not just wow you exist, it's wow you exist in a place where we barely think about. That combination of cultural invisibility and racial surprise creates viral curiosity. Third, the politics of identity. Black identity operates differently depending on geography. In America, African America is a hard-won term, a reclamation of heritage after centuries of erasure. In Scotland, many black people still have direct immigrant roots. Nigeria, Ghanaian, Jamaica, they know their ethnicity and don't feel the need to append Africa to their nationality. They will simply say, I am black and Scottish. This cultural difference sets off debate. Americans flood the comments asking, why not African Scottish? Why not hyper? And the answer is layered because nationality, race, and ethnicities are three different things. Because in Scotland, to constantly label yourself African Scottish can feel like an extra barrier to belonging, and because every culture negotiates identity directly. Now, let's dig into the lived experience that these viral creators are hitting at. Being black in Scotland isn't just about accents and jokes, it's about substitute alienation. Imagine being one of the three black children in a school. Every feature of your body becomes open for mockery. Hair texture compared to the public hair, skin tone made into a skeptical, accent ridiculed when you travel south to England. Teachers sometimes carry biases. Strangers ask where you are really from. Racism may not be as violent or systemic as in America, but it represents in the small humiliation that build up over a lifetime. And yet, alongside that, there is pride. Black Scots talk about the friendliness of Glasgow, the curiosity of locals, the warmth they feel. They build communities, barber shops that become cultural hubs, Nigerian restaurants that preserve taste and memory, family churches that provide anchor points. The identity is not strategic alone, it's resilience, hormone, and belonging. This duality what makes the current viral moment so rich. Americans arrive with wide-eyed fascination. Black Scots respond with equal parts scarcism and necessity. Yes, we exist. No, we are not Irish. Yes, we watch the same TV shows as you. No, our existence is not a novelty. But at the same time, they are enjoying their attention. Some are plugging their services, audiobook readings, comedy sketches, commentary. They recognize the virality brings opportunity. Now, zoom out. This isn't just about Scotland. This is about diaspora visibility as a whole. Every few months, TikTok discovers a new group of black people. Black Germans, Black Italians, Afro-Latinos, Cap Verdes, Afro-Japanese, and each time the discovery shocks one group while validating another. The global black diaspora is like a monique with species hidden under the algorithm decides to shine a light. That visibility reshape our imagination of who we are and where we are belonging. But with visibility comes conflict. The debate around labels is only the beginning. Some Americans may romanticize black Scots, treating them like exotic cousins. Some Scots may bristle at being questioned about their authenticity. Some Africans may jump in to remind everyone of the real homeland. This tension are natural. But what TikTok has done unintentionally is create a transatlantic conversation that universities, Pan-African summits, and books have been struggling to speak for decades. Let's talk hormone for a moment. Hormone is a survival strategy. The Gaswagan creator leaning into the black German joke shows this. He knows the novelty of his accent plus his skin color is the engine of virality, so he flips it into comedy. He offers to read the Grow Follow as a bedtime story for Americans who can't stop commenting on his voice. He plays with a stereotype while controlling it. That is the sporadic genius, turning what could be alienation into entertainment on your own terms. And then there is language. The way Americans misheard catchy as catchy speaks volumes. Black Scots are not just racial anomalies to Americans, they are linguistic curiosities. The Scottish accent itself already hard for Americans because even more bewildering when paired with a black face. That clash produces fascination and laughter, but it also underlines how language itself shapes belonging. Black Scots don't just prove they are Scottish by their passports, they prove it by their voice. So what happens next? The virality will fade, but the connection might linger. Some black Americans will book trips to Glasgow, half as joke, half as cultural grim image. Some black Scots will grow larger platforms and monetize their visibility. More importantly, the diaspora imagination will have expanded. For every American who thought black identity was confined to Brooklyn, Atlanta, Lagos, and Kingston, there will now be Glasgow in the mix. And for our black Scots themselves, this may mark a turning point. Visibility can be exhausting. Nobody wants to be treated as a novelty forever, but it can also be empowering. It can force the wider Scottish society to reckon with the diversity. It can push for conversations about racism in schools, about immigrants' belonging, about the Caribbean and African history tied to Scotland wealth. Let's not forget history here. Glasgow was a key spot in the Atlantic slave trade. Scottish merchants profited from Caribbean plantations. Scottish universities were funded by the wealth of slavery. This means that black Scottish identity is not a new accident of migration. It's part of a centuries-old entanglement between Scotland and blackness. Today's viral TikTok creators are the living continuation of that entanglement, even if the average Scot haven't been taught this history. And here's the global implications. TikTok is democratizing diaspora storytelling. For the first time, a Glaswegian complaining about the weather can reach a kid in Chicago, a grandmother in Kingston, and a student in Lagos instantly. And that tribal interaction is revolutionary because what empire scattered, the algorithm is pieces back together. In the end, Black Scottish TikTok is not just about shock and novelty, it's about expanding the map of black identity. It's about collapsing the myth that blackness only belongs in certain geographies. It's about showing that you can be Scottish and black, Glaswegian and Nigerian, humorous and serious, proud and frustrated, all at once. So when Americans flood the comments saying, "I didn't know you existed," the right response is, "We have always been here. You just didn't look." And when the novelty fades, the challenge will be to transform that fleeting visibility into lasting recognition, solidarity, and perhaps even unity across oceans. Because whether you are in Glasgow or New York, Lagos or Kingston, the diaspora is one body, scattered but connected, misunderstood but enduring, invisible until suddenly gloriously visible.
And if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. Alright, lovely. See you when I upload the next video.